In case you missed our report earlier this week about an upcoming event toward the end of the summer, on the weekend of August 19th and 20th, it's entirely possible Utah residents will make a mass exodus to Wyoming and Idaho.
I think a lot of them are, but are those states ready for this invasion? Science and Nature Specialist John Hollenhorst with the story of a stunning phenomenon that might get people moving.
It just sounds, goosebumpy to me. So I'm excited to see it.
As excitement builds across Wyoming and Idaho,
we are very excited about this opportunity. We are very nervous about this opportunity.
No one has a clue how many people to plan for.
Anywhere from 50,000 to 1 million people.
That's just visitors to eastern Idaho for a total eclipse of the sun on the morning of August 21st. The shadow of the moon will race across the country coast to coast at 2,000 miles an hour. In the 70-mile wide zone of totality, the moon will totally black out the sun. For a couple of minutes, day will turn to night, the stars and planets will come out. Wyoming and Idaho are right in the target zone, which is why thousands may flood into Idaho on Interstate 15, which will be under heavy construction all summer long. In Grand Teton National Park, it's always busy in the summer, but on August 21st,
we anticipate this to be one of the busiest, if not the busiest day in the history of the park.
In nearby Jackson, Wyoming, the emergency coordinator briefed the Chamber of Commerce.
What are some numbers that people have heard in this room that are coming to Jackson for this event? 100,000, 120,000.
Jackson Hole even hired an eclipse event coordinator. Her biggest challenge?
I think it's the unknowns, the amount of people that could come here or not.
Most Americans could drive to the zone of totality in a few hours. In towns like Dubois, Wyoming, restaurants are ordering more food. But will there be enough?
We are very worried in the sense that we want to be prepared.
In tiny towns with one store, like Crowheart, Wyoming, it's even harder. Should they risk ordering too much food or too little?
We were told we will probably sell out of all the food we have and our gas.
Nearly every law enforcement agency will have extra cops on duty. At Grand Teton, the center line of the eclipse runs right through the terminal at Jackson Hole Airport. They're importing extra park rangers.
It'll be an all-hands-on-deck day.
In both states, transportation officials have vowed to put highway projects on hold for eclipse weekend. But on Interstate 15, one-lane closures may still create bottlenecks.
We're going to try to minimize closures. We expect congestion. We want people to plan extra time, pay attention, and just be patient.
There is one issue you've probably been wondering about, and it's definitely on the minds of a lot of event planners.
Porta potties, it's a hot topic.
Yup, if nature lures millions, how to be ready for the call of nature.
We're hoping it's good for our business.
Macy's Services is the only porta potty outfit in Jackson. They're bringing in reinforcements from Utah.
We don't have enough toilets to supply what we need, so we're going to be bringing in an additional 200 more toilets into the event.
There's many events already planned, and every porta potty that's available in this area has already been rented.
Of course, it could all turn out to be a bust or a disappointment. What if skies are overcast or undercast, submerging viewing locations in fog? Some worry about safety if, on the morning of the eclipse, thousands hit the road looking for open skies.
Large volumes of people on the move at one specific time, it could potentially create a heavy traffic or gridlock situation.
And what about beds for everybody?
Yeah, the motels and hotels are all full and have been for quite a while.
Scattered vacancies reportedly have rented for more than $1,000 a night. The city of Rexburg loosened regulations to allow more short-term rentals. And BYU, Idaho made an unprecedented decision allowing outsiders to rent rooms in some student-approved housing. Where there's a need, the entrepreneurial spirit kicks in. You can rent space on this lawn in Rexburg. It's listed on Airbnb.
So $200 a night for a tent or RV spot.
It's a nice backyard, and there's no extra charge to cavort with Pickles the dog.
We've rented out 6 tent spots for the night.
We really just want to help people find a place to watch the eclipse.